Hey everyone, I'm SpeedyHawk, and today is a very special day. I'm going to be pulling on the legendary Marth banner. So after months of complaining, IS has finally planned to launch Marth at the end of August. You would think he would be earlier on the legendary hero calendar, but I guess they planned for us to get a little bit thirsty for him. So he's looking pretty good. I'm going to do an analysis of him, so if you want to skip that, skip to the time shown on screen here, or in the description there's a timestamp you could click on. So let's get started with that real quick. Marth is a legendary fire hero who's rocking the res buff for the fire element, so if anyone with a fire blessing is on the map with him during the correct season, they're going to be getting a buff of plus 3 HP and plus 4 res, which is pretty strong. He's running the standard BST for red infantry swords at 162 to 163, and he has a fairly solid HP pool of base 40, and a base defense stat of 32 means he's going to be surviving a lot of physical matchups, unless it's like a blue armored lance with bold fighter. I don't think he's going to be surviving that personally. His speed is modest at 36 base, it's nothing too impressive, but his Exalted Falchion gives plus 3 speed, so that bumps him into speedy territory, especially if you get a boon, he's going to be rocking 42 speed. His attack is pretty modest as well, 34 base with a 16 might legendary weapon, that's not bad, 50, pretty average. His blurring weakness is his res stat at base 21, but his B skill is going to give him a little shortcut to bypass that weakness. So yeah, not a bad stat pool at all, it's pretty optimized in my opinion because he doesn't really need res for what he's going to be doing. Now for his kit. Looking at his weapon, it seems like Exalted Falchion works like a blade tome, so I guess like a blade sword. Any buffs he gets in the field will be added to him as a spur bonus during combat, so if someone gives him Hone Attack for example, which is plus 4 to his attack, in combat he will get an effective plus 8 bonus to his attack stat. Exalted Falchion also has the amazing Effective Against Dragons perk, so he's going to be anti-meta for sure. His unique special Fire Emblem does damage scaling off of his speed, so it's similar to Aira's Regnal Astra, but the best part about it is that it gives plus 4 to all stats to himself and all allied units on the field. And if Marth happens to fall during combat while the special is going off, your allies will still get that buff. Pretty awesome. So this special works amazingly with his weapon, because the effect it has regarding combat bonuses, every time he procs Fire Emblem, he's going to be getting plus 8 to all his stats in combat. In the A slot, we have Attack Speed Bond, which is a fairly strong skill, but there are a lot of stronger A skills you can fill in there if you don't like the restriction that Attack Speed Bond has. In the B slot, we have his unique skill, Binding Shield. If he initiates against a dragon, they can't hit him back, and Marth makes a guaranteed follow-up regardless of speed. So that pretty much means that if he opens on virtually any dragon in the game, they're going down like a sack of potatoes. If the dragons initiate on him, it seems like it's going to work like a Dragon Breaker skill. This is at least what I think. I don't have a Marth, so I haven't really tested this yet, but I think they're going to be able to hit him once, and then he's going to follow up twice afterwards. In the C slot, we have Infantry Rush's cousin, Infantry Flash, which gives a 2-space AoE field for all allies. Any allies who are in it are going to effectively get Flashing Blade on them, so it's going to be reducing their cooldowns granted that they have a good speed stat. Overall, I think Marth is going to be a really strong red sword, but the infantry sword pool is really competitive. I don't think he's game-breaking, but he definitely seems like a contender for the S tier slot. His B skill seems like overkill to me. Most units with Falchion can deal with dragons fairly easily, so it might be useful to stick Wrath on him. It reduces cooldowns for Fire Emblem, which is great for his combat stats, and it would give a flat 10 damage on every activation, but he would lose his niche as an ultimate dragon counter, so that's up to you. I kind of like to let units play their roles out instead of just building them all like the most optimally. His C slot seems really strong as well, but you might want to consider putting one of the wave skills on him, because on those off turns that it activates, he would be getting an effective plus 12 bonus to any stat of your choosing. So when it comes for pulling for natures, I think his best nature is going to be plus speed minus res. You don't really need res because you're not going to be taking damage from dragons, hopefully, if you're using him correctly, and mages might blow him up, but you can keep him away from mages, I hope. His speed is great because his special scales off of his speed, so you definitely want that to be as high as possible. Another good stat spread would be plus attack minus res. Maybe minus HP, but you have a Super Bane there, so if you want to be as efficient as possible with your stat points, I think you should shoot for a minus res nature. So there we have it. I personally think his kit screams overkill when it comes to dragons, but Marth is an amazing unit to add to your army. Okay, now that that's out of the way, I have 152 orbs, and I'm going to be pulling all of them, and I think I'm going to be pulling for every color. Marth looks great, but I don't think I need him that much. Like, I want him, but I don't need him. So I'm going to be pulling on every color. I would like Hector for Distant Counter, actually, even though I don't have an LA Hector yet, but I'm willing to sacrifice him for that skill. And I want merges on some more legendary heroes, so Fjorm, Female Robin, I would really like them as well. And as for who I want to avoid, I don't think there's any units I would really dislike getting. Maybe like Spring Alphonse, but he still has pretty useful fodder. So yeah, everybody seems like they are decent pull. So yeah, I don't mind. Lots of reds on the first board. Let's see if we can get lucky. Starting with the stall. He had a similar... Well, actually, I gotta look at the Marth art more, I guess. I thought that was his stance. Got a little confused there. We're getting a plethora of very useful units here. We got Swap, HP plus 5. I think Ray gives HP plus 5 too. I actually don't know what his 4-star fodder is. And a Selena. Okay, that's reposition. At least they were all 4-star. Let's snag this up. And a Gwendolyn. Okay, no biggie. We've got plenty of orbs. I'm only spending 150 today because I feel like if I do 200 on every banner, that's like too much money for me to be spending. So I'm trying to pace myself on banners I actually want to pull focus units on. And don't get me wrong, I want this Marth. It's just he's not one of my favorite characters, so I'm not going crazy for him. But it'd be great to have him, especially in Grand Conquest. His ability Fire Emblem seems like it'd be great for that. Another Seliph. It'd be nice to get a Nephany for Wrath. I have 2 sitting around, but like the more I have, the less guilty I feel about using them. Getting some repeats here. But yeah, I don't know. I have a fur with Wrath already, but last video I got that Carol, so I'm kind of tempted to put Wrath on Carol as well. But it seems like such a waste to build them both out. And I have like an amazing Carla too, but whatever. I do what makes me happy in this game. Alright, so far it looks like Gwendolyn and Seliph are plaguing me. Hopefully I don't get any more of them. But the game is blessing me with a ton of red orbs right now. Yeah, the last Lucina legendary banner kind of spoiled me. So my faith has been restored in legendary banners, so we'll see if that trend continues. If I end up getting jack squat from this, I'll go back to being very skeptical. Sheeta. I wonder if they'll ever give a Sheeta an alt with the winged spear. That'd be pretty cool. Because I was playing Fire Emblem Warriors, actually. That's why I chose this music for this video, actually. So I was playing Warriors again, and Sheeta uses her spear there, and it was pretty awesome. Alright, that's another Seliph. Yikers. Okay. And a Seth. Cool. 100 orbs left, just about. Nothing really to say about Ogma for me. I'm just glad he's not in the 5-star pool anymore. I know this is a legendary banner, but still. I've gotten burned by Ogma in the past a lot. And a Kaze, cool. This week in Arena, I don't think I'm going to be able to stay in Tier 21 because I have to bank on blessings, and there's no legendary hero that I have high enough merge to bring. So I'm hoping I could get a Grima here because it's Earth season, so it'd be nice to like merge her up a little bit more, maybe. Maybe getting that nice score range. And an S. Finish off. Let's get a Spring Alphonse. He's probably the one I want the least. Alright, cool. Or a 3-star. That works too. Frederick. $77 orbs left. No reds on this board. Got 2 of the 3 white wings. And a parry. Alright, you know what? I actually needed Glimmer, so I'm not too upset about that. Because I'm definitely running low on Glimmer. It's like my go-to 2 cooldown special now. So I wanted to talk about the new Abyssal difficulty on these new legendary maps. Kind of bonkers. I can't beat them. I tried for like an hour straight this morning. It's just like, these units have 99 health. Like, what am I supposed to do? I was like banging my head trying to come up with a strategy to beat it. And like, I'm a super whale and I still can't deal with these maps. And I know there's like way smarter people than me out there that could like beat them with 3-star Donald. I doubt that's possible, but I wouldn't be shocked if that happened. But yeah, I get that it's just a cosmetic reward, but there's still something in me that makes me feel like these maps are really unfair. And like, my friend beat one of them actually this morning, so I was pretty jealous of him. He got the golden seashell. I hope IS tones it down, dude. Like, I like a challenge, but that's a bit much. On the Marth map, I got down to like the last 6 units, but I just got overwhelmed. I can't beat him. I need to come up with a golden strategy. Alright, our pulls are not going well at all. I'm just trying to distract myself from the pain. Soleil. I plus 10'd her recently, so I guess she's just drive res now. Or fire sweep sword, you know. Celica can really use that fire sweep sword if she's 5-star. The new Celica. And a Florina. Okay, let's pull these 2 last greens. Another Glimmer fodder. Okay. Not upset about that. And a Gunter. Okay, starting to sweat a little bit. Not liking this. Let's save the red for last. Maybe Marth will make a nice appearance at the end. Saizo. Oh, I wanted to make an addendum. Oh, look who showed up. Okay. That's fine. Anyway, an addendum about my comments on Veronica last video. Forging Bonds has really made me turn around on my opinion on her. Like, she's pretty likable, I gotta admit. I haven't gotten all the S rank conversations, so I don't know what the final one's gonna entail, but I got Veronica's S rank. So yeah, she's turned around, at least this version of her. So unless she turns evil on the final group conversation, I'm gonna say Veronica. I can understand why she's a Choose Your Legends character. Oh boy, I am just getting shafted. Jesus. That is 4 3-stars at this pity rate. God. You know what, Marth, I honestly don't want you to show up right now, because I would like a multi-summon. Or, you know, it could just be Swordheart or something. Or a Hannah, you know. Okay. 17 orbs left. This looks like it's going to be a colossal waste of orbs. Only 4 pulls left. Yikes. Alright, let me think about what colors. I'm just going to do one of each color. Because, like, I'm fine with any of the blue heroes, but I do want Grima merges, and I want a Hector for distant counter. Alright, guess, like, Marth's out of the question. Raven. Okay, let's just get the 2 last 3-stars out of the way so I can go cry myself to sleep. You know, a lot of people are commenting like, oh, you're the luckiest guy, like, on YouTube. It's like, I don't think so, man. I think you just have seen a small sample size. Jesus, okay. Oh, can the final pull be clutch? Like, yeah, I'm only spending 150, and only's a bad word to use because 150 is a lot of orbs, actually. Alright, at least it got smoke, right? And a Shanna. Okay, 0 5-stars. I think that's where I'm done. I don't think I'm going to go any further than that. I mean, I'll be pulling with the orbs I get in the next few days, but Jesus. I don't think I got anything of note. Maybe a couple glimmer fodder. So yeah, that's a first on the channel. Hope you guys don't mind too much. I had a question for you guys, and this is not just a way to like manipulate you guys into commenting on the video, but I got a comment saying that the unit analysis should be a separate video. So if you guys think it should be, let me know. If it's like a little bit too much on the video, I thought the timestamp might bypass that issue. So like if you guys really wanted to skip it, you could. But yeah, I don't think, if you guys think it should be separate, I don't think I would do a unit analysis at all because I don't have the time to make 2 videos. So yeah, that was a depressing summoning session, honestly. But I hope you had way better luck than I did. Maybe I sucked all the bad karma out of the air for you guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you had a little bit of fun. That was kind of boring, but I'll catch you next time. And oh, and as a bonus, I forgot to put in the 15 free pulls we got for the summer, so I'm going to tack that on the end of the video. Maybe it'll lighten the mood a little bit. Take care.